Hi guys, it's me. I am here to talk to you about the Libra Man, the mystery. If you're a Libra man and you're watching this, I highly suggest that you just get out of here. I would suggest getting out while the getting's still good, honestly, because it's about to get not so good. Why do I say that? Well, everybody knows that the Libra is the sign of the player. I mean, there's lots of Libras that are players. And eh, this should not be a surprise. Don't act surprised because there's a ton of videos that you could watch that will say this. And I will address that, but I I feel like if you meet a Libra and you don't know that he's a player, unless you're young, and then obviously I'm very sorry. Like I don't mean this, but if you're a grown person and you meet a Libra that's a player and you haven't figured it out yet, you need to like work on yourself or do something and get really clear on what your values are, because to me, when a Libra is a player, it is so obvious. I mean, and I don't mean any disrespect by that. I just mean, come on, you know, like they don't invest anything. If you meet a Libra, how do you know that if he's a player or if he's amazing, right? Because there are amazing Libras. With this sign, you know he's a player if he doesn't invest anything, or like he started investing things at the beginning and then stopped. You know that he's a player if he's just gonna like throw all these compliments out that are not specific to you, or wants to do romantic things but they're not specific to you. But the biggest key about a Libra is, I will teach you a trick. I will teach you how to read a Libra's mind. Whatever they talk about the most is exactly what they're not, in my experience. What if they have to, and if you're having a heart to heart with a Libra, different conversation. But if you're talking to a Libra and they're like, "Hi, nice to meet you. I'm successful. I'm a great guy. I'm faithful," and all this stuff, I personally would get out of there so fast. He wouldn't even, recognize me ever again. It's like the whole like um roadrunner situation. Anyways, yeah, that's where you really got to get out of there. Libras usually are dating more than one person at one time. It doesn't mean, like, this sounds bad, but they want to find that love. The good Libras, they want to find that love. The bad Libras want to have a bunch of people on the back burner, right? Like that's like the ideal situation because it makes them feel good. And that's part of why, they have this reputation for possibly being the player. Now, I will tell you, with Libras, they are so different. I don't, honestly, I'm more so talking about the Libras as players because I know that that's a thing. But the thing with Libras is that you really got to look at the whole chart with these people because they're considered to have a weak sun placement, as it is said. So with that being said, where is their Venus? If you meet a Libra and they have like their Venus in Cancer, I mean those are serious, those are relationship people, right? If you meet a Libra with their Venus in Sagittarius, you need to get the hell out of there unless you just are looking to have fun. Okay? And as a side note, if you are the kind of girl who is not looking for something serious right now, and you're like, well, I don't really care that this Libra, that, if the Libra is super serious or not. Personally, I would find a different sign to do that with. And the reason that I say that is because they're really not going to do much for you. Like, if they don't deeply value you, it's like you're not even really with them at all. Whereas if you're with a different sign that's like very honest about it and upfront and like this is what it is, then you can still have a good experience if that's what you're into. Personally, that's not my thing, but I want to just make that clear for people who maybe have, I don't know, like where that's what they're looking for. Because I want to make, I want to make sure that you have the right information. I want you to be in a healthy situation, whatever that is for you, right? So Libra men, the great Libra men, are caring. They really do want a relationship. Now, even in a relationship, though, you want to know what they want. And the way to do that is, and let me just be clear about this. If you're dating a Sagittarius and you ask them, where do you see this going? Or where do I rank? Or something like that. A Sagittarius, you might have been here, but a Sagittarius is going to tell you that you're probably here, and they're going to now put you there because they're going to think if you have to ask, that must mean, XYZ. With a Libra, I don't suggest outright asking, but I would say, I would ask them, what are they looking for? What's their idea of like a great relationship? What's their idea of like the perfect situation? Things like that, because they love to talk and they love to share that with you. But you really got to listen to what they say, right? Because they'll tell you for sure. These people want to be with a strong woman. They want to be with a beautiful woman that has a sense of like justice, I guess you could say, and fairness. And they love to test women. Oh my God, do they love to test women? And this is where it gets a little tricky, because how do you know if it's the good Libra testing you, or if it's the bad Libra just being kind of like not a good guy? Do you know what I'm saying? How much has he invested in you? There's your answer right there. If he's invested nothing, then he's this type. He's probably the player, and get out of there. But if he's invested in you and he's doing that, then right? Then you know that he is actually a good guy. And Libra men are so caring. Like when they do care about you, the secret, and I feel like I don't hear people talk about this enough, is these guys really are caring. These guys really do want a partnership. The problem is that they don't fully believe that it will happen. Like part of them does, but part of them gets kind of swept up in, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I guess they see so many people settle around them. This is, what I would imagine their view is. They see so many people kind of settle around them that part of it makes them more hopeful that they really will find that. And then part of it also is like, oh God, maybe my expectations are too high. And what I will say to you, Libra, if you're still with me and you still love me, hopefully, right? Don't worry, I'm gonna get to Sagittarius, and I'll basically throw myself under the bus a little bit, and you can have a good laugh. But anyways, the thing with Libra is, if you can have these expectations. You're allowed to. That's okay. My question is, how much work have you done on yourself to have these expectations? Because there are certain signs that kind of want the simple life. There are certain signs that just want to come home, have a nice warm meal, and they want that kind of classic thing. Well, that's not a Libra, okay? They want excitement, they want drama, they want adventure, they want laughs. They want you to read between the lines. They want to have a conversation with somebody else, and they want you to be able to be like, I know what you were really talking about, by the way. Like that's the stuff that they live for, because they think that they kind of like, this is going to sound bad, but I don't mean it like this. They just think that they kind of know it all in a different way. And I don't mean in an egotistical way. I mean in almost a love way. They think that they know some secret about love that nobody else has caught on to. And I believe that the truth about Libras is that the reason why they are these players is because they think that they know a secret about love that nobody else has understood. Now, the question, and this is the question that you need to ask yourself, is what is it? What is, because for each one it's going to be different, and it's going to depend a bit, well, in astrology it's going to depend on the rest of their chart, right? My question is, what is their secret about love? Is it that it's hard work, right? Is it that, Venus in Capricorn or something? Is it that you can love many people at the same time? Maybe Venus in Sagittarius. What is it? And so these are questions that I would ask a Libra, because they love to talk. That's how they fall in love. They fall in love through the mouth, through the conversation. They fall in love through talking about love. And as soon as you think that you know a Libra, pack your bags, and the relationship is probably, don't ever act like you really know them. You always want to keep finding out more, because they have many layers. Like I said, they are not who you think they are, and I mean that in a good way. It's exciting, at least to me. It can be very exciting, right? Yeah, I think Libra men are great. I think that although there are the player Libras that everybody talks about, if you, like I said, I think I said this, if you don't know that they're a player and they're a Libra, I mean, like, it's usually, in my opinion, it's usually very obvious. Now, if you have this proclivity, let's say like the last two guys that you dated, you ended up finding out that they were that way, that's work that you need to do on yourself, in my opinion. I think with Libra men, it is very obvious, because you can tell by how much they emotionally invest in you. If you don't know anything about what's going on, if you haven't seen their deepest, darkest depths, then they probably don't care that much about you, honestly. And so when you do know that, you know that you really have a great one, and you have a keeper, and they are so romantic. They are so loving, and they're so much fun to be around. They're like your best friend, right? They want to create a love of a lifetime, and they want you to be a part of it. The question is, are you part of it? Are you part of that love for a lifetime? And where do you stand in that situation? Yeah. Um Oh, and they don't take rejection well at all, which is the other reason why they can sometimes be a little bit standoffish, because they really don't take rejection well. So if you can make them feel safe in that sense, then that will really help them kind of come out a bit more. So I really hope that that helped you guys. Leave, like I said, Libra men can be amazing. They can be very romantic and loving. And let me know, like, who's dating a Libra? Are you a Libra? What do you think about the things that I've said? Do you feel like they resonate with you? Do you feel like you really do love beautiful things and adventure and what love and life have to offer all of us? Let me know. And they also believe that everybody deserves love. At least the Libras that I've met. So, yeah, they are very sweet people, and I really hope this helped. Please let me know, you guys, because I love your comments. I love your feedback. Please like, subscribe, and let me know what your own experience is. I've met one Libra that was like a big player. And it was so obvious. I mean, to me it was, but I can't say. I know everybody talks about it, and I do want to put the warning signs, I guess, out there. But I personally haven't seen it as this insanely kind of like prolific thing that everybody else seems to see it as. But we all have different experiences, right? I mean, let me know. I also don't know that many like huge players. So there you go. Let me know, you guys, and I hope that you're having an awesome day or evening, whatever it is for you. I hope this helps, and good luck with your beautiful Libra. Bye.